Makes me well up. Eager to stand up for what they believed in. Rightly so, rightly so. Going to a clinic that my health insurance has sorted out. I've been on the phone to... Good morning, beautiful souls, and welcome to another beautiful day. Only a few little bit of clouds in the sky. Looking absolutely gorgeous. I'm still here now, just making myself a cuppa. If you can see it there. Oh, it's boiling away. And we'll get packed away and underway. It's about 5:30, 5:30. It's beautiful in the morning. Love the mornings. Absolutely love them. As ever, beautiful souls, leave no trace. It's about 6:30 now. I've woken up, put my strap on my knee, and we are heading over there. This is Kinder Reservoir. Look how low it is. Really low, unbelievably low. It looks full from the top. If you watch the previous video, it looks full. See where all them chippings are, all them lighter coloured stones just before it hits the green? That's where it generally is, all the way around. Really low, really low. Hose pipes vans coming in, I reckon, in Britain. That's what'll happen next. Wait for it, won't be long. And we're only in June. Strange that we haven't had much rain, don't you think? This is Kinder Reservoir, and it was built in 1912. Get ready for a screenshot or a pause. I'll do it a bit closer so you can read it all. So here's some information about it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, statistics 6, and this one is a bit longer, so we'll go there, we'll go there, and we'll go there. So that last one, that's they call it a treatment plant. I don't believe any of them can be a treatment plant. They might treat certain things in the water, but then they add all loads of chemicals in, which then goes to everybody's tap. So yeah, I don't think there's certain chemicals like chlorine and fluoride that should be added to water, but there you go, that's me. But that's where it is. Look, it's actually a reservoir. That's the area it's in. There's the edge of the reservoir, and it's very low down here, and we turn around here. That's where I'm going. I might go up there. We'll have to have a look in a second. It might be up there, but we shall see. We shall move forever forward. This is an interesting one. Well, for me anyway. This here, you see that the wall there and the water down below, right next to the stream here, and pens over there and over there, over this way. Well, it's a sheep wash. So have a look at that there. Every year the farmers would all get together, and all the farmers' wives, and bring all the sheep down from Kinder, where I've been, up at the top there, and they would wash the sheep. There you go. And during the 1930s the sheep wash was less used. but the pens were continually used. That's interesting for me, but it says that it was the sheep wash was constructed on land supplied by Mr. James Watts, who owned the Booth Farm. It was built to replace the lost further up the valley when Kinder's Reservoir was constructed. So when the reservoir was constructed in 1900s, in the early 1900s, I think, what did he say up the top there, 1912 or something, it was finished. They built this just because of the reservoir, because they used to wash the sheep further up, and because the reservoir was there, they couldn't wash the sheep, and the sheep couldn't, well, they just couldn't. So they built this down here, and they started bringing them down for about 30 years or so, and then slowly they obviously found somewhere further up. It doesn't say, does it? But yeah, I think that's interesting. That beautiful little spot, beautiful little place. No idea where it is or where I am, but I'll have a look and find out. So I just spoke to a local who's lived here all his life, an elderly gentleman, and he says this. So where you can see the sheep wash here, yeah, you can't really see the height of it much on here, but that's how high the river used to be prior to the dam, the reservoir being put in. So the river used to be, what, I'd say maybe 5 foot higher than it is now. And they said I went up the sides, and it was from the sheep wash, which stopped the water going over, and they had a pipe that they'd put in there, and it'd feed the water straight into it, and then they'd block it up with rags. He said, with like a jute, you know, the jute sacks, they'd block it all up with that, so the water wouldn't come in. Interesting how the reservoir being put in to feed people's taps has stopped all this and stopped all the river, and this is why they had to put the sheep wash in, because the river was a lot deeper, a lot wider, and they fed it off just into soil where they could wash all the sheep. Fascinating how things change when we change one thing, isn't it? So this place here is the exact place which is now a car park that you've got to pay in. But this is the quarry. All these fabulous rocks here. The plaque is there in here. This is exactly the place where everybody gathered to do the mass trespass in 1932. About 600 people. Imagine the feeling that it was like here. Imagine all them people, 600 of them, all stood around here and eager to get on, eager to go, eager to stand up for what they believed in. Rightly so, in my opinion. And it's from that the national parks were started, but more importantly, it's from that all the trails right the way throughout Britain were created, because of that mass trespass. When we stand together, we stand strong. I went to press the wrong button then, turn it off. I'm going to have myself some breakfast here. So I never had any breakfast when I got up, because I just wanted to pack up and go. So I'm going to have myself some breakfast here, and then we're going to head all the way back up where I've just come down. This was the only reason I wanted to do this. I wanted to come here. So I've done the mass trespass that they did. I've done it backwards and come down to where they started, and been up to where they finished. So I'm going to have some breakfast here, and I'm going to head back up. But on the way up there, where the mass trespass went to the right and I came from the right, I'll be going left. Instead of going back up, I've come the opposite way. I've come to a little village, Hatfield or Hayfield, I can't remember. It wasn't far away, it's only 10 minutes down the road, and they've got cafes. So instead of me making my breakfast up there where I was, I come down there and I'm going to find a cafe to see if the cafe's open. It's still only early, but I might find some fresh water and a few other bits, and maybe a shop as well, which is quite cool. And then well, I'm outside this lovely church in Hayfield now. This is just the edge of it. Beautiful little place. It's got an old bridge here for the road, this walkway. Beautiful place, absolutely stunning. So I'm hanging about here at the moment. I'm trying to rest my knee a little bit more, but I came into this village. And which you'd have seen just before when I said that I was coming down into it to find a cafe, and straight away I met a young gentleman and started talking to him, and he was saying that all the cafes in the village apart from one have all closed down, they've all shut down. This lovely with all these dogs. So he was telling me how they've all closed down apart from this one that doesn't open till 11 o'clock. So he took me into his home. He took me into his home and he cooked me breakfast, a cooked breakfast, and countless cups of tea. We had a good chat, and he filled me water up with fresh water. The kindness of strangers. He didn't want to be on camera, didn't want to be filmed, didn't want me to say anything about him really. He just wanted to do it out of the goodness of his heart. And it turns out when speaking to him, in his heyday he was a long distance cyclist. So he's got the attitude and the mindset of somebody that's travelled and that has seen the kindness of strangers. And he was saying that before he started long distance cycling many years ago, he was a bit of an angry, had a chip on his shoulder, and he started doing long distance cycling and met beautiful people, and through the kindness of others, he became kind. Makes me well up. But how beautiful is that? So all I've done is I've popped through this village, and I've been speaking to maybe four beautiful souls, and absolutely lovely chats. Fantastic. The kindness of strangers. We're all kind. It's not like this it shows on everywhere, on even social media and news and everything like that everybody's horrible. No, the majority of people are kind and beautiful. Anyway, this cafe opens in 10 minutes and I'm going to pop in here for another cuppa because they've got Wi-Fi, so I can actually utilise their Wi-Fi and look at my options with my knee and see what I can do. Beautiful people. Beautiful, blessed, completely and utterly blessed. Wow, look at this, beautiful souls. Look at this. No, not me. Look at that down there. It's a rail track. An old mill. Well, it looks like it's still working. But it's got a weir going down on the side of it there, look, from the river. So I should imagine at one point in time, if it's not still, I can just see on the edge of it, there's some steps going up. There's steps there. Looks like noise, truck. Looks like it was a water wheel at some point, so the whole mill would have been run on through the water wheel. We don't do that nowadays, do we? No. Strange that, isn't it? Strange that. Well, I'm actually in a place. I'm taking a break by popping to going to a clinic that my health insurance has sorted out. I've been on the phone to them again to have my knee checked out, because it's not right. It's not right, sadly, unfortunately. I'm not going to say the journey's going to end here yet, though. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not going to say that. But we'll go and have it checked out at this clinic and see where we go from there. I thought I'd just have a... It's not bad on the level. My knee's alright when I'm on the level, when it's on the level, but when it's going up and down hills and steps, steep ones generally, then it is not alright. But anyway, I'll go for a walk around here, wander. I'll have to wait to get in the clinic and see what else is about.